Hare Krishna. So we'll start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayate Nastaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining Bhagavatam Charcha, Bhagavata discussion. Really wonderful. Today we are going to enter into the discussion about Kunti prayer, which is really wonderful. So uh, those prayers which is going to come later, if devotees can either by heart or read or daily recite those prayers, really, really purifying. I personally am not able to do it, but if you all can do it, wonderful. So we'll start with the reading sloka 1. Yes, who is going to read?
Archana Mataji. Has she come?
Yeah, Chanamata joined.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna,
Go
Mataji.
go ahead. Go ahead.
My God. Sutta uvacha ataha te
Ata te samparetanam swanam udakam ichatam datum sa Krishna Gangayam Purukshapya Yayu Striyaha.
Thank you, Mataji. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Translation.
Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. Purport. To date, it is the custom in Hindu society go to Gangas or any other sacred river to take bath when death occurs in the family. Each of the family members pours out a pot full of the Ganga water for the departed soul and walks in a procession with the ladies in front. The Pandavas also followed the rules more than 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna, being a cousin of the Pandavas, was also amongst the family members.
You can read this also. The commentary from Vishnu Chakravarti.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur 1.8.1. In 18th chapter, Krishna protects Parikshit from the Brahmastra when he is in the womb. Kunti offers prayers to Krishna and Yudhishthira laments. There is a rule that the woman should go in front during the funeral rites.
Hare Krishna. So we all know the background, what happened. So our Ashwatthama was trying to kill killed Pandavas. Then Arjuna wanted to kill him, and finally, because Draupadi and Yudhishthira kind of said not to kill him, so Arjuna decided to just cut off his hair and jewel and left him. So that's where we started. So now the point is comes there that how the Ashwatthama tried to kill even the baby or in the womb of Uttara. So that's where it started. And how later Kunti Maharani prays for the Krishna not to leave, because Krishna finished his war, he was about to leave. Then she offers a prayer. Now here Sutta Goswami says that Pandavas, because now war is finished. Again, what Prabhupada in the purport says that the war happened within the family. Both were relatives, Kauravas, Pandavas, both were cousins, and both parties are dead. Like for example, Arjuna's son Abhimanyu is dead. So there everybody was there. So they all wanted to offer, tarpana for the dead soul, or the soul left the body. So the Prabhupada says custom was that to, in such cases, go to holy river and take bath and offer water to uh, the soul who left the body. So everybody went to the Ganges and along with the Krishna. So again, as per the customs, ladies in the front, the men in the back. That's how the procession they go and offer, offer water to the dead soul, and the soul left the body, and they pray and take bath. This is the custom. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura says, now why this Vishnu Chakravarti is one of the great Acharya in Vaishnava Sampradaya, who has given a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So when next year after when we read, we take his commentary, we'll try to kind of discuss his points also. So this is really wonderful to meditate on those points where Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is saying that Prabhupada, many of these purports quotes from his commentary. So we'll read further and try to discuss on this. Next, number 2.
ते निनायोदकं सर्वे विलाप्या च व्रशं पुनः आप्लुता हरिपादाब्जा राज राजः पूतसरिज्जले.
Thank you, Mother. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ji. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offering Ganges water, they bathed in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur 1.8.2. Ninya means having given.
So, further explain the importance of Ganges water. Now, we all know that how the Ganges water, when Bhagirath Maharaj wanted to bring that water down, it comes through the kind of body of Lord Shiva, and then Lord Krishna's lotus feet. That's how the water comes to the earth. So the Ganges water is considered so purifying that whoever touches the Ganges water, their millions of lives sins gets purified. So it's because it's touched the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada says, Lord's body, mouth, or feet doesn't make much different, but so lotus feet of Lord is so powerful. So that dust has touched the Ganges water. So that's why it's purifying. So we'll read next.
तत्रासीनं कुरु पातिं धृतराष्ट्रं सहानुजं गान्धारीं पुत्रशोकार्थं व्रतं कृष्णां च माधवः.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There sat the king of Kurus, Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with his younger brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Purport: The battle of Kurukshetra was fought between family members, and thus all affected persons were also family members like Maharaja Yudhishthir and brothers Kunti, Draupadi, Subhadra, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, and her daughter-in-laws, etc. All the principal dead bodies were in some way or other related with each other, and therefore the family grief was combined. Lord Krishna was also one of them as a cousin of the Pandava and nephew of Kunti, as well as brother of Subhadra, etc. The Lord therefore was equally sympathetic towards all of them, and therefore he began to pacify them befittingly. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur 1.8.3. Kuru Patnim refers to Yudhishthir. Shah, Shah, Shahanujan refers to Bhima and his brother. Krishna consoled them along with the sages. Hare Krishna.
So further it said that the king of Kuru, Maharaja Yudhishthira, because by this time Kaurava was kind of finished, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was enthroned as a king. So he is a king, and his brothers like Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, and Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, because their 100 sons also killed. Kunti had come, Draupadi, because Draupadi's children was died. Subhadra was there, Subhadra's son also died. So they all came, and Krishna also was there. The Prabhupada in the purport says, Battle of Kurukshetra fought between the family members. So everybody was equally grieved, equally, going through the pain. So they consoled each other sufficiently, and they lamented sufficiently. And with that, they kind of offered, tarpana in the Ganges water. So move on to the next. Once again, sorry. Yes. Yeah, 4. 4, who is going to read?
4 and 5, Sumit Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Prabhu. शान्तावयमाशा मुनिभिर्हता बन्धुसुचार्पितान् भूतेषु कालस्य गतिं दर्शयन् न प्रतिक्रियाम्. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and their reaction upon living beings, Lord Shri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. Purport. The stringent laws of nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be altered by any living entity. The living entities are eternally under the subjugation of the Almighty Lord. The Lord makes all the laws and orders, and these laws and orders are generally called dharma or religion. No one can create any religious formula. Bona fide religion is to abide by the orders of the Lord. The Lord orders are clearly declared in the Bhagavad Gita. Everyone should follow him only or his orders, and that will make all happy, both materially and spiritually. As long as we are in the material world, our duty is to follow the orders of the Lord. And if by the grace of the Lord we are liberated from the clutches of the material world. So can you scroll?
1 second. I think Adobe has created a problem for me now.
Okay, I will read from my screen.
Uh,
Our
1
duty
second.
is to follow the orders of the Lord, and if by the grace of the Lord we are liberated from the clutches of the material world, then in our liberated stage, also we can render transcendental loving service unto the Lord. In our material stage, we can see neither ourselves nor the Lord for want of spiritual vision. But when we are liberated from material affection and are situated in our original spiritual form, we can see both ourselves and the Lord face to face. Mukti means to be reinstated in one's original spiritual status after giving up the material conception of life. Therefore, human life is specifically meant for qualifying ourselves for this spiritual liberty. Unfortunately, under the influence of illusory material energy, we accept that spot life of only a few years as our permanent existence and thus become illusioned by possessing so-called country, home, land, children, wife, community, wealth, etc., which are false representation created by Maya. And under the dictation of Maya, we fight with one another to protect this false possession. By cultivating spiritual knowledge, we can realize that we have nothing to do with all this material paraphernalia. That it, then and once we become free from material attachment. This clearance of the misgivings of material existence at once takes place by association with the Lord's devotees, who are able to inject the transcendental sound into the depths of the bewildered heart and thus make one practically liberated from all lamentation and illusion. That is the summary of a pacifying measure for those affected by the reaction of stringent material laws exhibited in the form of birth, old age, disease, and death, old age, and disease, which are insoluble factors of material existence. The victims of war, namely the family members of the Kurus, were lamenting the problems of death, and the Lord pacified them on the basis of knowledge.
Prabhuji, can you share some points, bro?
Yeah, Prabhu. So, first thing is that the whatever law God has made, the world world is running as per those laws. So generally, people are thinking that some of the they are thinking of manufacturing their own laws. But as Yamaraj said, dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranite. So we may have more made our some religions, but some what do you say, man-made things about this. But actually, the real dharma is to follow the orders of the Lord as per the revealed scriptures, as per like he said in the Bhagavad Gita and the other scriptures, as per the Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever Lord has asked us to follow, that is the real dharma. So one so this whole world is running as per those laws, and once we follow those laws, then we have a chance to get liberated by following the devotional services. So if we are following his order, then we can become happy both materially and spiritually as well. So till the time we are in this world, this is our duty to follow the orders of the Lord, and when we get liberated, then we have to serve him. We will get a chance of doing seva. So here the definition of mukti is also given, like mukti is nothing but to get reinstated in our original form. That is mukti. So and our human life is specifically meant for that purpose only, to qualify for that consciousness where we can be liberated from this material world. And but here because under the illusory energy, it becomes very difficult to understand this and work on towards this goal. So because of the illusion, we associate ourselves with various designation as is given, like here, like country, home, land, children, wife, community, wealth, etc., because it is the influence of the Maya. So I remember one story of Narad Muni, when Narad Muni comes to Krishna, and he wanted to understand what exactly is Maya. So he's asking Krishna, can you explain Maya to me? And Krishna theoretically explained him, but Narad was not that satisfied, because then Krishna understand that he needs some practical demonstration of that. So he said, okay, let us just go for a walk, and let us go for a walk, and we will discuss there. And though Narad Muni is traveling in the whole universe, but when he goes with Krishna, after some time he become very exhausted. He was feeling very tired, and Krishna is saying, "Oh, I am also tired. This is a desert place where there is no water. Can you go and bring some water for me?" And he asked Narad to get some water. Narad said, "Okay, I will surely get the water." And he goes in one direction. After some time, he reaches one place where there was some uh, girls were there, and they were filling water from a well. And Narad went to them, and he saw one princess was there. So when Narad saw, then he become very attracted to that girl, and he said, "Who are you?" Then she said, "I am the king's daughter, and this is this kingdom." So he said, "Okay, I will go and meet your father." And then he meet the father, and father was very happy to see Devrishi has come. So he said, "How you came here, Devrishi? What is the purpose?" Then he said, uh, I, I I have one proposal for you. I wanted to marry your daughter." Then king was very happy, but he said, "But you are a Devrishi, you are moving here and there. If you stay here, then you can marry my daughter." And then he said, "Okay." And then Narad got married, and he forgot totally, like he went, he come here to get the water for Krishna. Then years passed by. Narad has two children, and that king died, and the Narad become the king. And he was behaving like a king, like he forget totally like what was the purpose he came here for. And then another kings some kings attacked the kingdom, and then Narad didn't have any experience in fighting or some strategy on fighting, so they lost the battle. And then he has to run away with his wife and children, and he was just sitting on the banks, and he was thinking, "Oh, everything is lost, what I have to do?" So somehow we have to run from here, we have to get the boat. And that boat came there, but boat was very like overcrowded, and that boat capsized in the river. And Narad was trying to save his wife and the children, but he couldn't save. In the last, he could save himself only. And he came out of the river, and he was crying. And suddenly he just saw up, and he saw Krishna was sitting, and he was in the desert. Then he said, "Krishna, what is this? What happened to my wife and children? How we came here?" Then he said, "Arey Baba, you have gone to bring water for me. For 1 hour I'm sitting here, and there is still you have not brought any water." He said, "1 hour? I'll almost spend a lifetime there." So Krishna said, "This is Maya. You understood now. You forget the purpose why I have gone there. And now you have spent so much time there, but what you get? You got nothing, only the pain you got. So this is Maya." So it just put you in an illusion and makes you forget the real purpose. So this is what is happening with us also. Like we forget why we come here, to get purified, and whatever our mentality was there for enjoying, and we have to somehow the scriptures tell us those things, like why you are here and what is the way out of this. So we should follow all this. So that is the thing. Like here we are under the laws like Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. We have these things here that will always keep us into this particular the cycle of birth and death. So we have to finally understand the true thing, like what is the goal of life, and we should try to go back home, go back to Godhead. So yeah, Prabhu, we'll move to the next.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful, wonderful story. So before moving to the next one, maybe we can discuss few points on this because a lot of lessons to learn. Prabhupada also in the purport talks about the real problem of life, the importance of human life, and the real purpose of human life. We can learn a lot from the story. Maybe I request devotees also share their thoughts. What is the real problem of real problems of the life, and what is the real purpose of life? Maybe some devotees want to unmute and share. Please go ahead. What are the real problems of life, and what is the real purpose of life, a human life? Yes, Sri Mataji, you unmuted. You want to share
Real
something?
purpose of human life is to reach Lord, go back to Godhead.
Okay.
Prabhuji, the purpose of life is a human life.
Okay.
Then problems are Maya is very strong. As Prabhuji said, it is very, very strong. We have to overcome, and we have to try not to go to that route, Prabhuji.
Okay. What are the
Constantly
real problems of life?
problems of life. So many problems, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada talks about the real problems here in the purport. Yes, Asha, you unmuted. Yeah, please go ahead.
Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara.
Okay. But in the purport, Prabhupada talks about the different problems, the real problems. Yes, who else? Puja Mataji, go ahead.
The purport.
Mhm.
These problems should be applicable to each and every one of us. So
Correct. Correct.
you
Yeah,
can
every
see
living
like,
entity for that matter.
yeah,
Yeah, but specifically human life is supposed to be the, higher intelligence. So we should have better understanding.
Death, old age, illness.
Yes, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi.
Death, old age, and disease.
Yes, these are the real problems. That's why Prabhupada says others, they can solve many of the problems, but they cannot solve death. No scientist can solve death. No scientist can solve old age. There was one international film actor, so I don't name. He did so many things. He appointed so many doctors, so many things he did that so that he should not die. He had to die. So old age cannot be stopped. Death cannot be stopped. Disease cannot be stopped. And unless you surrender to Krishna, go back to him, the birth also cannot be solved. Now, we understand old age is a problem, death is a problem, and disease is a problem. Why birth is a problem? The Prabhupada says birth is also a problem. Anybody want to comment on this? Why birth is a problem? When somebody takes birth, we sang happy birthday and we celebrate birthday, right? Why Prabhupada is saying birth is also a problem? We will discuss this point here. Yes.
Because Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Mataji, Meenakshi.
because Prabhuji, the birth is not easy when it's happening. The baby is in the womb, and the womb has all the good and the bad stuff amongst which the baby is trying to occupy the space, and it is not easy, Prabhuji. If we are kept enclosed in a room, that itself we find it difficult. The room has at least the moving space, but the baby doesn't even have moving space. So it is not as, I mean, it's not easy as we perceive it to be, and the baby knows the baby's trouble. So uh, I mean that's
Yeah.
the wearer know where the shoe pinches kind of a situation, and the baby is not even a position to explain. At least now we all are talking that I'm ill, I'm diseased, I old age, but the baby is not even in position to speak out or say. So I think
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah. That's
trouble related to birth.
wonderful. In Bhagavatam, I think third canto.
Jantu, there is a
Explain.
Jantu prayer.
Yes. Yeah. It explains the prayers. This also another reason is that there's one more reason. Like, yeah. Anybody want to say that?
Prabhu.
No.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead, Smith, bro. Yeah.
so when Janma happens, then all other problems also come, right? If
Correct.
Janma is not there, then all the Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi will not happen. And also, it
Correct.
is the repetition of the cycle. It is the another cycle is starting. So
True.
Janma is that thing. So once
Yeah.
Janma is there, then other problem will start.
True.
Also, Prabhuji, Janma actually doesn't mean Janma. It means every day we are dying. We are going towards the death every day with all the other problems, as Prabhuji said. So it's a vicious cycle.
True. True. Yeah. Another important point is that we don't have freedom where to take birth, right? That's an important point we need to understand. Like, if I leave this body, next, I'll not know where I'll take birth. That's the most, like, today, maybe we are all happy that we have taken birth in Bangalore, good family, everything is fine, good money, good job, everything is, in the material perspective. But if I had take birth in some places like Somali or, kind of, some war field is happening, like Israel and that area, where there is nothing to eat also, or if I taken birth in the kind of other species like worms in the stool, or these are all I don't want to go there. I'll be suffering. Of course, this place is also suffering only. There is no doubt on that. But we think that is a happy place. But from our point of itself, there is a suffering place. So if that happens, still it's the worst. So since I don't have freedom where I take birth, because again, my next birth will be depends on my karma and my activity. So that's why birth itself is a problem. Of course, as Meenakshi Mataji and Sumit Prabhu said, the jiva, the living entity or the in the womb of mother is continuously suffering, various reasons, plus the mother what eats, it's and the worms in the stomach biting, and the jiva is a praise to the Supreme Lord. Please somehow take me out. Once I come out, I'll definitely worship you. But what happens as soon as I come out, mother, father, everybody is so happy. They are, taking care of. I forget everything. This is a Maya. I totally forget why I've come here. What is the purpose of my coming here? I forgot my purpose of coming here to worship Supreme Lord. I forgot that. And I get into the material enjoyment. This is the real problem. That's why birth itself is a problem. So as a practicing devotees, we should understand these basic problems and we should get out of it. Somehow we should, do our sadhana nicely so that I can get out of this material world, go back to Krishna, go back home, back to Krishna, back to Godhead. Prabhupada says, go back home, back to Godhead. That is our home. We are here. This place is not meant for us. So we should try to go back home, back to Godhead. So what is the process for that? Prabhupada also given. The process is to chant the holy name, read Bhagavatam, and do devotional service. With that process, remembering Krishna always, with that process, we can, aspire to go back to home, back to Godhead. So that is the purpose. Prabhupada in this particular verse is very elaborately explaining the purpose human life. Human life is not kind of meant for sense enjoyment. And it's Durlabha Manava Jivana, he says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, it's a very, very rare human life. After 84 lakhs of species, we get this. But today we had a opportunity to go to aquarium. I was thinking how many varieties of fishes are there. Similarly, how many varieties of plants are there? How many varieties of animals are there? Krishna's creation is so vast and so wonderful. And in the process, 84 lakh species, we will keep rotating, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Do you really want that? Prabhupada says that you are enjoyed your senses in many lives. Please give this life to Krishna. So to go back to him. So that should be our ultimate goal of life. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments or feedback, anything. Please quickly. So who want to start? Go with alphabetic order quickly. Asha Mataji, go ahead.
Prabhuji, nothing, Prabhuji.
Okay. Archana Mataji.
No, Prabhuji, nothing also.
Okay. Who else? Next alphabetic order. Okay. Quickly, Lakshmi Mataji.
We must keep that goal, Prabhuji. Service to God is the main goal we should have.
Yeah.
And to reach his place, that is also the main goal.
True.
So
Yes.
taking birth is very difficult. Really, it's a very difficult thing. So we should do the needful. We should always chant, Prabhuji. That's all.
Yeah. Yes. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Especially after entering in spiritual life, every now and then I'm experiencing the Maya, the role of Maya, and I sincerely feel there is no problem with my spiritual life. The problem is in my material life only. And I'm being dragged by the Maya, even after understanding also the clear difference, the mind and intelligence, everything has understood, but still at times I frequently happen to be occupied by Maya and do all blunders. And really, at times I experience, even if some child is crying for some reason, I usually remember this world is full of dukkhalayam sashwatam. This world is full of miseries. That is why the children are crying and experiencing all sorts of problems. Every now and then I'm experiencing, especially after entering in a spiritual life, my view towards a fellow human being, my view on the society, my everything is getting refined. But still, the role of Maya very difficult to eliminate. And I at times I used to pray with the Lord, Krishna, kindly take care of me from these miseries, and keep chanting. That's all we can do.
Thank
But
you.
only with sincere chanting, really. And I'm trying to increase the number of rounds. That is, that will safeguard, I feel. But
Yes.
still, it is not possible because of the again Maya only.
Once one of Srila Prabhupada disciple went and asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, I think sometime I'm in Maya. Prabhupada said, you are always in Maya, only sometime in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, exactly. That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Meenakshi Mataji, any points to share?
No, Prabhuji, I mean, I find it personally very difficult, Prabhuji, to sort of remind myself that this is Dukhalayam, Ashaswatam and all that, Maya and all. I mean, while reading and, while realizing or writing, it's so what I do is, Prabhuji, or what I have understood is just to chant as best as possible and to take association of the devotees, because that association strengthens our or makes us give more time into Krishna consciousness. And I think rest Krishna will take care, because for me practically it is not possible. So these are the two ways I try to do it,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
With my strength, not possible, but Krishna's mercy is possible. So we are sincerely
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Next, yeah, Pooja Mataji, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, as per purport said, Srila Prabhupada said, we always follow the Lord's order. When we follow the Lord's order, definitely material will go. Materialistic, yeah, has everyone said, materialistic will not go like as it is. We have to follow the Lord's order like peacefully and consciously. Uh, yeah, and since the birth is very difficult, the birth is the only main reason of getting to the Maya. But when we enter into the Krishna consciousness, we always think that about the Krishna. Yes, I agree. The material will come attached so quickly than conscience of Krishna. But when we come to the materialistic world, we have to always think about Lord Krishna. Then only we can back to home and got it.
Thank you. Thank you. Next is Ramesh Prabhu. Want to say Ramesh?
Illa Prabhuji.
Okay.
Continue, Mani.
Shruti Mataji,
Nothing, Prabhuji, nothing.
Kavya Sudha Mataji. Nothing. Kushi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Nothing,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Nothing.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for grace.
Thank you. Who else? Yeah, Uma Shankar Prabhu. There.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. After a long time.
Yes, Prabhuji. What Mariappan Prabhu told, it's actually true, Prabhuji. Spiritual life is really very easy, but we get entangled in this material world, so that we again and again fall down and again reaching this spiritual platform is a very difficult task, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So, constant endeavor and devotee association is more important, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sri Ram Prabhu. You're there? Okay. No. Varsha Mataji.
Nothing, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll end here now. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitana pavanebhyo
Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo.
So tomorrow, sharp 9 o'clock, we should all meet so that we can continue Kunti prayers discussion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Srila
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.